yearly award. It's a streak that has only been equaled in that time frame by WHO Radio in Des Moines. Bob Fisher has received a total of 66 awards over the last 12 years, the second most of any individual in small market radio. KGLO and KRIB in the last 12 years have received a total of 78 awards. This is the 11th straight year that KRIB and KGLO have placed in the play-by-play category, both with Tim Fleming and Bob Fisher during that 11-year span. This is the 4th straight year that Bob Fisher has placed first in the political category, all 4 of those times for KGLO election night coverage. Bob has also won 7 awards in the political category since 2010. Bob Fisher has also placed in the top 3 in the best sportscasts, 11 of the last 12 years. 11 overall awards in a single year is a best for KGLO and KRIB Radio. 9 overall awards in a year is a best for Bob Fisher. And Bob is a past president of the Iowa Broadcasters Association, and he was reelected to serve on this year's board of directors again. Wow. So these guys would never tell you how well respected they are in, not just our community, but in the state and, in the Midwest for broadcasters. But we just wanted to toot their horns a little bit. Thank you.
Well, now we know why it's named Alpha Media. They're first in a lot. It's my pleasure to introduce and have to come up front Paul Stevenson from Clear Lake. Let's see, Paul is Mark. Okay, Mark Young from Clear Lake Bank and Trust. Mark, come on back up.
Well, good morning again. Really a pleasure, and thanks, Paul, for giving me the opportunity to talk about this, some recognition the bank recently received, and thank you to Patsy for reminding us that we received this recognition. Otherwise, we wouldn't be up here talking about it. But just a tremendous honor for the bank. For the last 2 years, the Independent Community Bankers of America, a widely known trade organization in the banking industry, has recognized Clear Lake Bank and Trust as a top performer. In 2000, and this performance is based on return on equity, and this is all banks across the country. We were very fortunate to be, in 2014, to be ranked 9th in the nation in return on equity, and in 2015, we were ranked 12th in the nation. So we're very proud of that. Obviously a testament to our employees, our customers, the communities we serve, Garner, Mason City, and Clear Lake. So very excited about that. One other thing that I think in terms of both management and ownership of the bank that we've also been extremely proud of in terms of recognition is the Top Workplace Award. This is the 5th year in a row we've received that. Those of you that have ever been involved in that is an employee survey, so it's completely based on employee feedback. So if employees aren't happy, they can rail on us if they want to. So in this case, for the 5th consecutive year, we've been really proud of the fact that our employees have ranked us that high. So thank you for the opportunity to talk about it.
Thank you, Mark. Next is Lori Falk from Best Western. Lori.
Well, we had some exciting news. I'm sure everybody's heard about TripAdvisor before. But Best Western Holiday Lodge was recognized for receiving consistency high ratings on TripAdvisor, and I'm really excited about that because we got a Certificate of Excellence Award for 2016. I know we're not a brand new hotel, but it just shows what kind of customer service that we can give to our customers. So I'm really excited about this, and our staff has just done a really wonderful job. And Thursdays on Main, I cannot tell you guys how many people we send down to Thursdays on Main at the hotel. It is unbelievable. Last Thursday night I worked till 9, and I bet you I sent at least 20 people down, and they all rant and rave about our community. So kudos to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Cabin Coffee. And if you notice on the agenda, there's 2 spellings of coffee. Mine is the correct one.
That's okay.
Brad and Angie, why don't you come up here? Last week I had the pleasure on behalf of the Iowa Chamber of Commerce executives to be in Washington, D.C. And I scouted out a special U.S. Chamber event for the statewide organization for 2017, and it was the America's Small Business Summit, sponsored by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. I had the opportunity to nominate one of our local companies for special recognition at a recognition breakfast, and I chose Cabin Coffee. They were one of about 9 companies around the country that got this honor, and we're going to nominate Cabin Coffee for really the top award next year at this event. But I was really impressed with the quality of that event, but most importantly, I was really impressed with the information that I found out about Cabin Coffee. Especially the fact that not only do they have, I think, coming up 13 stores in 7 states. It started back in 2002. But their company slogan for their employees is, "We don't serve coffee," spelled E-E. We don't serve coffee, we serve people. And I think that really epitomizes what they do and how they do it, and the fact that they've been so successful. So, I want to present to Brad and Angie the certificate presented to Cabin Coffee in honor of its outstanding contributions to the community and nominated by the Clear Lake Area Chamber of Commerce. So.
Brad and I could not be more proud to have Cabin Coffee franchising headquartered here in Clear Lake. 13 years ago, when we opened Cabin Coffee, the main reason why we wanted to open a business in Clear Lake is because we didn't want to leave Clear Lake. So we figured if we opened a business, it would give us some permanent roots in the community. Brad's career path was likely going to take us out of town, at least, if not out of state. Our son was just getting ready to graduate high school. We wanted him to be able to come home from college to a community that he loved and had friends. We wanted our daughter to make it all our years through school here in Clear Lake, which she did. So when we, over the next year, we're probably going to open
9 months, 4 stores.
Okay, 9 months. Yikes. Okay. In about 9 months, we'll open 4 more stores, all of them out of state. But what I say when we open 4 more stores, what I truly mean is we are opening 4 more stores. Without the support of the community here in Clear Lake, there's no way we could have opened a 2nd store, let alone we have 11 stores open currently. The next 4 opening will make it 15. And so there's no way we could have done that with all of your support. If we weren't a success here, there's no way that we could model that and be a success in other communities. So it just being part of the community to us, it means everything for our business. So thank you for all of your support through the years.
All right, well, thanks. Doug, you were visiting about it, and also Mayor Crabb, you're visiting about it. You talked a lot about the values and the character and the morals and the principles of this community. This community embodies that, and that's what really stabilizes our foundation for us to be able to be such a strong community. And so, one of the things that we had just last week, we had our Life Expo, United to Serve, and Opportunity Village sponsored that at the dock, which is formerly named the Hub. And we had over 40 volunteer groups show up. And the purpose for that was for us to invite the citizens to come to see all the volunteer groups that add value and significance to our community. Because truly, if we really want to be happy, we have to serve, we have to be good stewards. And you guys are that, and we are just blessed to be part of your community. And thank you so much, Tim. You and the city and your team just does a phenomenal job marketing and being great leaders. Thank you so much.
See, Brad and Angie, that's what happens when they drink your coffee. One of the things that Brad told me as he came in and we chatted for a moment was, he said last week or Wednesday of this week, one of the two, Iowa Public TV was up there filming them for, I think, all day. And their company will be part of a program coming up, we think, next April. So once we get the date of that, we'll let everybody know. But we're really pleased to have one of our own focused on statewide TV. Our next company to recognize is Tom Lovell from CLTEL. Tom.
Okay, so there are a couple things I wanted to mention, and Patsy reminded me that we were flagship investors for the North Iowa Quarter. You guys all know who that is or what it does? Our company has been involved in economic development in Clear Lake and has worked really hard to try to expand it throughout North Iowa, because we know that when we work with our partners, with the county and with Mason City, it makes our community stronger, it makes the whole area stronger. So we were asked if we would be a flagship investor. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, it means you get more money than you normally do. And so we're really happy about that. You know, we agreed to do this over a year ago, and we were still in the glow of the McKesson project. And that, to me, is a prime example of when you work together regionally, great things can happen. And we have, as the mayor said, a fantastic new business in Clear Lake, and we're thrilled to support it. And I hope all of you folks, when the time comes to say, hey, I'd like to support economic development, that you'll do it. Now, I realize that recently we had a small controversy with Prestige, but you know, I think we've moved beyond that, and we can all work together to make things great. The other thing I'll mention briefly is we received recognition from the NTCA, which is a national organization of over 1,300 telecommunication companies throughout the United States, for a total rebrand that we did with our Lightstream program. I don't know if you know it, but we're doing fiber work, and we will soon be hooking up another 800 customers in Clear Lake to fiber to the home, and they'll be able to get gigabit. Now, you hear about Google and Kansas City and all this gigabit stuff. You have that in Clear Lake and Ventura. And our fiber that we built in Mason City, you can get gigabit service there. So there are less than 300 cities in the United States that provides that. And you know, our company has always felt that we want to do the best for the people that we serve. And so we're proud to also have recognition as a gigabit community. So thanks.
Thank you, Tom. It's really exciting to hear things like that from companies based here in Clear Lake, like CLTEL, and certainly a great company like Clear Lake Bank and Trust. In introducing Julie Steinberg from North Iowa Collision, I'm reminded of just an incredible billboard sign that they have right outside there on the highway going to Mason City that says, "Hail, H-A-I-L, hail no." Here's Julie to tell us about her life.
Just put up a new billboard sign here. It's been probably about 2.5 months ago, so that's been a fun addition, and trying to figure out some marketing to put on that board. So that was a little fun. We've had some edgy ones that I don't think we'll put up there. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm here to share that our team at North Iowa Collision Center has attained gold class status with ICAR. ICAR stands for the Inter-Industry Conference on Auto Collision Repair, and ICAR is the industry standard for the training that we do with our technicians. They take that training so they can ensure when we're repairing a vehicle that we're doing it to the safety standards that are required by the OEM manufacturer. Only 10% of collision repair centers in United States have this designation. So it's quite the honor to have that. Gold class shops are required to have every technician involved in collision repair take training specific to their roles. They also have to continue ongoing training each year to maintain that gold class status for our business. Today's vehicles, as everybody probably knows, are increasingly sophisticated and featuring an ever-growing number of components, parts, and advanced lightweight metals that we have to know how to repair. So we're honored to be named a gold class shop. They work very, very hard to achieve that. It's pretty in-depth training. We're proud of our commitment to the training because it's also a symbol of our commitment to our professionalism and to the safety of our customers. So you can read more about the Gold Class program at goldclass.com or more about us at northidahocollisioncenter.com.
Incidentally, I don't think you have to have your car go out there for an estimate, but you want to see a really neat facility and a big, big facility. Julie and her husband have it out there in their new location.
And we serve having coffee, so you can come in.
Boy, Brad Angie, it just keeps coming. All right. Our next category are things of interest, and to help us is Lori Falk. Lori.
Okay, first on the agenda is Vista University with Mariah Wendell. She's already helped me in just a short amount of time here with my daughter who wants to continue her education. So Mariah.
Hi, I'm Mariah, and I'm a recruiter with Buena Vista University. Our main campus is headquartered in Storm Lake, Iowa. We have 3 site locations near the region, including Mason City, Marshalltown, and Iowa Falls. We partner with North Iowa Area Community College, Marshalltown Community College, and Ellsworth Community College. 100% of Associate of Arts degree credits from our community college partners transfer to Buena Vista University. We are currently recruiting for Term 6 beginning July 7th and Term 1 beginning August 29th. So to close up, I would just encourage you, or if you know anyone who's interested in continuing their education, to please consider Buena Vista University. Thank you for your time.
And next is Opportunity Village, Cindy Richardson.
So I don't speak well with microphones because I use both my hands, so the 2 minutes might not be bad to holler out, you know. I'm here from the village. Most of you have heard about the shift that we've been making in the last few years to help people to be more independent and live in their own homes and be more empowered over their lives. And it has just been a phenomenal change. It's been awesome. Like, how would it be if we just took this first line of tables right here and all of you guys are now housemates and you all live together? There's a show on TV about that. It's called Big Brother. I don't like it. There's too much stress in that. I don't choose to spend my off hours watching something that's stressful. So you can imagine what living like that would be like, right? And so we've made some really good changes. I have one person I live with, Mr. Ronnie Richardson. A lot of you know him. He's like a social butterfly around town, you know. And sometimes, even with him being the man that I love and live with, he's awesome, sometimes there's one too many people in my place. The moves we've been making are turning out just phenomenal, and it's in our customer satisfaction that we hear that. So one of the things that's happened though, by them being more empowered and more directing their own lives, is they're looking at their jobs. And right now what we currently offer at our main facility is kind of a workshop sort of thing. It's never been like Henry's Turkey Farm, ever. That was awful. Yeah, but similar in some ways, and I hate to say that. My shoes hurt when I say that, but similar. So what we are doing now is helping people find like what they want for a job. Because they're telling us that they want a job where everybody who is there is not paid to support them, where they can make relationships with people who they choose to have relationships with, and where they can have fun, challenging work. And so we're responding to that, and we're out there looking, pounding the streets for jobs for folks. So not only would you guys get an awesome employee, you get a whole team that comes with them, and their whole focus is to help them be successful, so you get a bonus if you hire somebody that we serve. But one of the things that we were left with then on our main campus, which everybody always thought of that as the village, right? It's really not, it's just a place. But one of the things that we were left with was this wonderful commercial kitchen, staff who were trained to work in this wonderful commercial kitchen, and we have an awesome greenhouse program, which watch that over the next year. We're making some changes there, it's gonna be really cool. So one of the things that we decided to focus on was our land. And we can grow vegetables like crazy out there, and we can make some money off growing those vegetables, and we can give folks we serve an opportunity to have a real job, minimum wage, good benefit kind of job. So we started to expand that program. Jennifer and I are going to put some handouts up here. I came with pictures and props. And one of the things that I have is a little card here, and it tells you about North Iowa Fresh Consortium of Farmers. And the village is one of those farmers that we are in this group of 10 right now. The driving force behind this was Jan Libby. I like to name drop Jan Libby because everybody knows Jan Libby, and she's just a force of nature in this local foods movement. I credit with her, she kind of took Ron and I from being those old hippies on the end of the road that everybody was going, what are they doing? To being trendy now. We're cool. So, yeah, thanks Jan Libby. But she put together this group of farmers who their focus is to, obviously, grow vegetables. But one of the things that was missing was how to then market those vegetables. So along comes Jan, and then along comes Andrea Evelscheiser. You see a couple of heads nodding. I call her Andrea Everwearser because that's kind of what she does. She's just all over the place. And she markets our end product. The village has become an aggregation center. So what happens is, like on Thursday, Friday, all of the growers in this group goes on the web and puts out there what they have for sale and how much in quantities and those kind of things. Andrea has already secured the end markets, and those are listed on here as well. So when you are looking for fresh produce, two places I would highly recommend are Bee Wellness and Hy-Vee West. And when you look at this other page that I have, you'll see our branding, and look for the North Iowa Fresh logo, and that's where you guys can come in and help support this project, because we're just in the baby stages. We're going to be going places with this. So Andrea has the end market secured, and the end market gets on the web and they write what they want of each product. The farmer delivers to us on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, the folks we serve, and some job coaches who help, we spend the time washing it. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we wash it, we put it in packages, and then we deliver to the end users. So the beat doesn't stop here, though. The beat goes on. And one of the things that we're looking at is going even farther with this. We meet at 11 o'clock today with the North Iowa Food Coalition. I don't know if anybody here is a part of that, but it was public health, the hospitals. It's the local legislators were there. Chamber of Commerce from Mason City was there. It's a whole group of people who is helping to drive this movement. And our next process in this whole thing will be to start cutting and chopping. And then we're looking for markets for that, like schools and hospitals, because they just can't use things like this. It's too time consuming, they say. So we're looking to add value to it. Eventually we hope to add jellies, jams, those kind of things. So we're going places with this. It's going to be really fun to watch. We also are looking to get into some places like McKesson. Here, crab. Want to go with us? Sounds like you have an in for us. So if you see a way that you can fit in, or you have suggestions for us, just let us know. You've always got Jennifer around. She can relay the message to us. So, thank you.
Sorry. Lake Time Boats, Jake Cabriva.
Hi everyone. I'm actually here to create some buzz about a new service I'm going to be offering with another gentleman here in Clear Lake to Lake residents that is not with Lake Time Boat Club. It's going to be lakeside power washing, and a little bit of background about that and what we plan to do is more specifically boat lift canopies during the winter when you store these canopies. And when they're in use in the summer, can get very dirty from bird poop, dust, insects, spiders. If you look inside a boat canopy, you know what I'm talking about, on top. So We plan on offering this power washing service where we'll come, I guess, let me step back a little bit and take you through how the process will work. We'll have a website where you can put in the square footage of your canopy, and from that it'll give you an estimate of how much it will cost. We're thinking somewhere around 85 cents a square foot. So typically that would be around $150 or so to clean your canopy. And I guess why you should care to have your boat canopy cleaned is because it'll extend the life of your canopy. A new canopy is about $800. So, you know, if you don't take proper care of your boat canopy, you'll end up having to buy a new one and spend $800 versus, you know, $150 to clean it. But so the way the process will work, you'll enter that information on our website. We'll come to your house on the lake or your dock with our truck and our power washer. The power washer will be hooked up to the hose, to the water spigot on your house, and we'll run that with a high pressure hose down to the dock. And the way this power washer is going to work is that it's going to have a long arm that'll reach over the canopy from the dock, and it's going to have this circular motion, so it's easy on the seams. It won't spray right through it. A lot of people will think, well, wow, you'll just tear right through it, but it's going to spin on top of the canopy, and I'll be able to stand on the dock and move this arm back and forth to clean the canopy, and also have a wand to spray the sides and underneath it. It's also, I mean, we aren't going to be using any chemicals or any sort of, you know, it's just going to be hot water, so no one has to worry about anything, you know, bad going into the lake. So that's a big concern that we have. Other than that, yeah, like I said, we just wanted to create some buzz about that and let people know that. I know this is, I think there are maybe some people who have tried this in the past, but this is the first time I think that's being offered on the water. And the reason that this is a big deal is because it takes a long, if you don't do it on the water, you have to have space to have your canopies to dry. So having it done on the water should speed up the process and make it a lot more, you know, easier to do. So I think my 2 minutes is up. Thank you.
Thank you, Jake. Our next category is events, and we have Denny Sue Erickson to help on that. Denny.
Morning, this is early for me. I get up at 5 or 6 in the morning and I'm late for work at 9. Just a couple of things before. I want to thank Trish and Patsy and Libby. There's Libby over there. Those girls were in the sleigh, and at 9 o'clock at night when I went home last night, they were Thursdays on Main working very hard. Wow. So girls, you guys are is we have management here, we have owners here, we have businesses here, but get your employees involved with chamber. I mean, if you see something, or maybe see an employee that just comes to work and maybe doesn't have a smile on her face or his face or something, say, we've got volunteer positions, there's other places, you know, to go and meet people. So really do share your emails that Patsy sends out daily and get your employees involved. And then before I go on, one more thing, I don't know if we recognized it with Tim, and I don't even know what you are, but the CEO of the Iowa Chamber of Commerce, and he is now whatever, the CEO or the president. And I've been lucky to go to the meeting where he went in as vice president or CEO and president. He works with the entire state in sharing our community. And these things are really nice, and the people that get involved bring back to our community. So thank you, Tim. Okay, moving on. That was my 2 minutes. Central Gardens, Troy Fisher.
Good morning. As president of Central Gardens Board of Directors, I'm here to invite and encourage you to join us this Sunday evening from 6 to 9 when we have our annual summer garden party. We like to think of it as kind of the launch for the big couple weeks that we have in Clear Lake. Here's what you'll get if you attend. We have a lovely, lovely reception buffet that includes a wide array of healthy appetizers and lovely pork sandwiches and shrimp and complimentary wine and beer. We have musicians that provide a musical backdrop. We of course have the beauty of the gardens itself. And then at 7 o'clock, we have an auction. And this year's auctions has a lot of intriguing items on it, including vouchers for airline traffic from here to St. Louis or Chicago, some sports memorabilia that's signed, including a basketball signed by Ben Jacobson from UNI and Tanya Warren, the women's coach, and Seth Tuttle from Sheffield, from North Iowa. We have lovely, lovely items for jewelry and fused glass and artwork. And this year we're adding also a new feature, which is having some board members who have special talents to offer some of their time. And so, for example, we have a very experienced landscape designer who will offer a 1-hour consultation for you at your home to tell you how you want to design your gardens. Now, that's a small snippet of what we have to offer for the auction itself. So there's lots you'll get, but more importantly, here's what you'll give. You'll give the 15,555 visitors. No, I made that number up. Something over 15,000. I don't know how we come up with that exactly, but it's in that range. From last year, over 40 states and 9 countries.
Wow.
Including this year, just this past month, people from India who visited. An opportunity to enjoy the serenity of Central Gardens. You'll also be able to give us the opportunity for families to enjoy weddings at the gardens. The beauty there, we have 5 weddings just this month. We're expanding our children's Be Happy garden, and so we're going to extend the opportunities for kids. We're extending our cutting gardens, so Fresh on Fridays events are, you're always welcome to come to those. Obviously, it's going on right now where you get to buy fresh cut bouquets at a very reasonable price for your weekend guests. You'll give an opportunity for people to enjoy nature in a serene setting and enjoy all that Clear Lake has to offer. Tickets are available at the gate. They're also available at the chamber. We always appreciate the support we get from the chamber, some other outlets around town. This is one of those quiet miracles that, as I've been on the board, I've come to appreciate. 98% of our activities are supported by volunteers. So we also hope that you would volunteer with us, not only if you're a gardener, but also we have lots of other volunteer opportunities that have nothing to do with gardening at all, but more to do with publicity and outreach and tours and all the rest. So thank you for the opportunity. Really hoping to see you Sunday evening. Thanks.
Opportunity Village, Jennifer Pinson.
Thank you. I'm Jennifer with Opportunity Village. This has just been inspirational today, isn't it? What a fun day. I'm glad to be a part of it. A couple things I wanted to talk about today just that are going on with Opportunity Village. Cindy talked a little bit earlier about some of the new things that we're taking on. And if any of you were able to join us last night, we opened, I did our grand opening for Tried and True over in Mason City, which is an expansion of our village store. We were able to open up kind of a women's boutique where we were able to take some of the brand new items that we get. I can't believe it. Sometimes the things that still have tags on them, $200 dresses that have never been worn. We had a $150 dress. I mean, just amazing things that come in, name brand things, and kind of pillage through those things and cherry pick is our kind of theme of that. Cherry pick out the really great things, and instead of selling them for 50 cents or $1, we want to make sure that we're good stewards of those donations that you guys are giving to us, and bringing them over to Tried and True. And we had a really great turnout last night for our grand opening. We had a red carpet fashion show, and so it was really fun. You'll have to watch the website and different things to look at the pictures of that. But we appreciate the support of the community to be able to do that. You know, the reason we're doing those things with North Iowa Fresh and with Tried and True, is so that we can continue to offer the services that we do for the people that we support. And we, as employees of Opportunity Village, couldn't do it without community support, obviously. For the bankers in the room today, you know, we have a $25 million budget, and over 20% of that comes from community support. That's huge. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't be able to help people get involved in their community, to be volunteers, to work in their community, to earn income, and to be able to give back. So we're really happy about that. We had the Life Expo also that was just trying to get our name out there, trying to make people understand that we are just the background, our staff are the background. We want to be in the background, even though we have a huge presence in Clear Lake. That village is no longer just a place, like Cindy said before. We are part of this community, and the people we support need to be part of this community and feel important, just as you and I do. The other event that we have coming up, and I'll put the cards up there too, a way for you guys to get involved and help us. There's so many different things, but we have, and because the quarterly coffee happens quarterly, we have something coming up in a few months in September, and this is our 47th annual benefit walk, held downtown Clear Lake. Huge event for us. This is our largest money fundraiser that we make throughout the year. So there's different ways to get involved. There's ways that are on here. Forming a team from your businesses. Again, somebody mentioned, you know, bring this back to your employees. Maybe this is a good way for them to get out there and represent your organization, start their own and form their own team. We need volunteers, of course, all the time. You could be a corporate or a business sponsorship of this walk, or of course we're looking for that. You know, just a great way to raise money for the village and support the folks that we serve. So thanks for inviting me as a team.
And Dodie, you already spoke to your event, and Thompson, you spoke to the Papa John event, okay?
I'd like to say just one quick thing, because I get to say, because I have my name on it. I just wanted to comment on this community, because I didn't do that before. What an amazing place we live in. We are in rural Iowa, but in Clear Lake, we've got state-of-the-art telephone stuff going on. We've got banking stuff going on. We've got services happening here. We have one of the best chambers imaginable. And as we came into this community to start a business, the support of the community and the support of the chamber, the support of the Papa John Entrepreneurial Center that they're going to be celebrating, I just wanted to echo what everybody's been saying here. We have a phenomenal community. And
Libby, you wanted to address the new app.
We're going off the agenda really quickly. I just wanted to make a couple of tourism announcements. Number one, our magazine, we printed 30,000. I have currently 600 available. It's only June, so we kind of freaked out a little bit, not gonna lie. We've already contacted Mike at the Mirror, and we're doing a reprint that should be here right after the 4th of July. So if you need any, we do have some for you. But we're really excited about the popularity of our magazine, which in turn helped us financially be able to produce a brand new, really awesome interactive mobile app. I don't know if you've ever given directions to the crash site, but it's really hard. Now we're actually able to say, hey, do you have a smartphone? Let me put this app on there, and it will take you to the crash site. It will tell you what's on the menu. It has so much information on it. We are adding new information all the time. Currently, we have all of our chamber member restaurants, stores, a lot of that recreational information on there. We're just going to continue to add more content. If you want to add a special deal, we currently have one right now. Bring the app into the chamber and you get a free gift. You can add a deal on there. Just talk to me about that. But if you want to go download it, it's one of the best in the industry. It was a proud moment for us. We talk about how forward-thinking we are with technology. There was a story on KIMT just a couple weeks ago about our new app. And then they showed a neighboring community had a new brochure rack. So that made me kind of proud that we are so forward-thinking. So if you haven't downloaded it, just go to your app store. It's free. It's under Blue Bridge Tourism. Just Google or search for Clear Lake, Iowa, and you'll get a lot of use out of it. I think it's easier than Googling things if I'm trying to just call for a pizza or call to order cabin coffee or something.
Here is the app. It has eat, play, shop, stay. And part of what we're going to do is we're going to try to help train the front desk people in how to use this app too, for their clients and customers too. Libby failed to mention the fact that when we received our hotel motel check for the first quarter of this year, and that covered the winter, it was the largest first quarter check that we had. And that goes right back to things like the fishing tournaments, the jack race, Color Your Win, and certainly the winter dance party. So there's lots of things to do in the winter here in Clear Lake. Now our final category are new members, and to handle that from Clear Lake Bank and Trust is our board member, Gary. Come on up, Gary.
Hey. I'm with Clear Lake Bank and Trust. I'm also the legislative VP for the Chamber. I'm pleased to announce that we have 3 new members that we're going to have come forward one at a time and explain what they do, what their business is about. But also, again, the Chamber needs new members. It's a way to keep the Chamber viable, and we have a viable Chamber that benefits all businesses and makes our community what we have. So I'd like to begin with the Lake Theater here in Donaldson.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Gary. Aaron Donaldson, for those of you that don't know me, 2 minutes is going to be really hard for me. So, I do know a lot of faces in here. I'm in North Iowa, been here for about 20 years. My day job, I work at RSM, formerly Bladry, in our IT consulting practice. We have about 20 folks over there, and I decided to buy a theater. So I've lived in North Iowa for 20 years. I've been going to that theater since I was 5 years old. I had an aunt that had a cabin on Tanglefoot over on the southwest side of the lake, and so that's kind of my connection to the lake and to the theater. And my girlfriend, and also my partner, she also works at RSM. She's going to be moving up here from Des Moines. She's recovering from Bieber fever right now, so she's down in Des Moines right now. She was at the concert the other night, so you can give her a hard time when you hear about that. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is some of the changes at the theater. A lot of people have come in and said, hey, we want to thank you for keeping it exactly the same. And I guess that's the message for you as chamber members is, my intent is not to keep it exactly the same. It is to improve it and make it the crown jewel that Clear Lake deserves. That's going to take time. That's going to take resources. So I see Tom looking away real quick. So, but that's kind of my long-term goal, is to make it something that we can all be proud of and we can use on our own. You know, some of the small changes we've made already is somebody came in the other night and said, oh, you got a new popcorn maker. I'm like, no. She's like, no, the old one had yellow sides. No, we cleaned it. Another change is it has been 68.5 days since a Frisbee has been thrown in that theater. So if anyone knows the former owners, there were some late night parties and Frisbees being thrown around in there, and that has ceased to exist. We got a lot of upset 20-somethings out there when I changed locks the day we bought it. So we're kind of getting through that. One of the things that's important to know is I'm very fortunate. I have a very good job at RSM and doing IT consulting and getting to serve businesses in North Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Dakotas, and such. The theater for the Shermans, they did a great job for 40 years providing great entertainment for North Iowa and for Clear Lake, but it was also what put food on their table. I don't need the theater to put food on my table. I have my job that does that for me. I need the theater to sustain itself so that the dollars that come in, I'm able to put back into it. And that's my goal, the improvements I plan to make it. Someday maybe I'd like to make $1 off of it, but right now, every dollar that comes in is going right back into it. So we just ordered a new popper. So right now we've got an 8-ounce popper, and it takes about 11 minutes to make a very little amount of popcorn. I ordered a 48-ounce popper. It'll be the largest popcorn machine in North Iowa. So we're very excited about that. Some things like that. So that's going to be kind of fun. One of the things that I did want to mention while I had the opportunity to have all of you in front of me is everybody, and I mean everybody, has been so appreciative and supportive and been coming up to me and thanking us for purchasing the theater and saving the theater. And I can't tell you how much that means. I was a little pie-eyed coming into it and thinking that it was just gonna be something where I walked in and it was just gonna continue. It needs work, it needs help, and we're turning it around slowly, but it's gonna take time. And so that continued appreciation, that continued support, that continued feedback, I'll crave it. I'll go out of your way, let me know what we can do to make it better. Even if it's gonna hurt to hear, I wanna hear it, because we really wanna make sure we can make that theater what this town deserves. So thank you very much, appreciate it.
Kevin Paul with Clear Lake Bait and Tackle. You see Kevin's face on magazines and newspaper. We're glad to see that he's got new business.
First off, guys, just want to say thanks for having me. I'm super appreciative of the chamber and to be a part of it. You guys are great. People down there at the office, they've done a lot for me, a lot for my business and my family. To help me make my dreams come true and to make it all happen right here at Clear Lake is pretty awesome. I do have a beautiful wife named Lisa. I'm from Forest City originally. She's from South Dakota. She does in-home daycare. She watches like 8 to 12 kids a day, so that's why I fish. So we do my guide service, not to get off the subject of the bait shop, but I have been guiding full-time since 2008. We do about 250 guide trips a year in Clear Lake. We get a lot of people from Nebraska, Texas. I got a guy that just called last night, bringing me 6 pounds of shrimp up next Wednesday. And we'll make a little barter trade on a fishing trip. So, yeah, so that's the whole guide service stuff. So I'll try to make this quick. We also host the Yellow Bass Bonanza. It's a big ice fishing tournament. It's actually the largest fishing tournament in the state. Open water, ice fishing, don't matter. We have the largest one right here in Clear Lake. A lot of people in here have been supportive of that and helped us sponsor it and things like that. We actually started that tournament with $25. That's what it cost for the permit for the lake. That first year, it was 100% put on by the people that paid to get in and then sponsors. So thank you guys, round of applause for all you guys that have helped.